All right. And we're back. This has been so much fun. We thought we were done and we are like, wait, no, we need a part 3 because we kept talking. So we thought we'd you guys join the conversation. In case you're just coming to us, join Charisse again. And we were just talking about the benefits of GLP-1 activation, why it's different, but most importantly, and I just think our society is so broken. There's been so much mixed messaging that has impacted all of us, even if it's just on a subconscious level, right?
Mhm.
Where we think we have to starve ourselves in order to lose weight. And then we get frustrated, if we haven't lost 5 pounds in a week. And that's actually not shouldn't be the benchmark of what success is.
Totally, Joy. I mean, think about this. So, back in the day, it's like, just eat less food, work out more.
The
It's just like,
cabbage soup diet, remember that?
oh
Or
God,
Slim
I've
Fast.
done it.
I've done it all. I've totally done it all. And they're still
You said that. I totally had I was like, oh God, the cabbage. I don't know what just happened to my taste buds in
I
there,
have
but
to
something
say I
happened.
actually like cabbage soup. So
I do too.
it's
I do too.
the Jewish in me, I think.
Yeah. No, okay. So get this. So it was back in the day, right? And I think a lot of people still think you got to starve yourself in order to lose weight. So I'm a huge proponent of intermittent fasting, which is a topic for another time. So I don't want to get this confused at all, but there's a specific way to do intermittent fasting and that will help your metabolic health. Okay. So I want to say that you do just, eat less and okay, let's go there for a second. If you eat less on a continuous basis over and over and over and literally starve yourself, okay, here is your muscle and here is your fat, okay? And if you starve yourself, your body needs to get energy from somewhere. It will gain it, it will get it from fat, but it will also grab muscle. It goes into a catabolic state. It eats away at your muscle. So now you've lost both muscle and fat. It's going down, 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 down. Now, you start eating again a lot more food, or you go back to, you're off your diet, if you will, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, what happens is you start gaining fat because you can store all of that very easily in fat. But so now you stored it. Now you have more weight on you. But look at the muscle. The way you have to ask for muscle, you got to lift something heavy to ask for muscle. You don't just start eating food and gain muscle. You have to move your body to gain muscle. And so what's happening is what we're seeing a lot of times, if it's not an activated GLP-1, okay, if it's a pharmaceutical GLP-1, what we're seeing is rapid weight loss. And people are all in, right? They're loving it, rapid weight loss. But what we're seeing is definitely weight loss with muscle loss. And it's detrimental because that's called sarcopenia. And sarcopenia means lack of muscle, loss of muscle. Okay. And it's detrimental in many, many, many different ways. I mean, just as you get older, every decade, you lose 10% of your lean body mass, right? Your muscle mass, which is awful by the time you hit, your 70s and 80s. And number one cause of death is fall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But this is what happens. So why do we gain the weight right back? Why do people on diets or, they don't eat, they eat less calories and boom, they drop everything. And then they start eating again, they gain fat. And because they have less muscle, because for every 1 pound of muscle, it takes 150 calories to maintain it. For every 1 pound of fat, it takes 3 calories to maintain it. Right? So muscle is the organ of longevity, and muscle does not need insulin to grab glucose, right? So here we go again. The more muscle you pack on your body, the better. Muscle is king, right? So if you are so let's go back to GLP-1. If you're naturally upregulating your GLP-1, right, your hormone in your body that we naturally make, and if you naturally with an activator, naturally doing it, your body's not going to force you to just not eat. You're not going to have no hunger and you're just I don't feel like eating anything and I'm just going to go weeks without no food. It won't do that because the body's too smart. The body's too smart. But if you force it so that you have no appetite whatsoever, that's a different scenario, right? But naturally it won't do it.
It's a really interesting observation. First, I love that you said muscle is the organ of longevity. And I have parents in their upper 70s, almost 80, and it's very eye-opening to me. I'm like, I don't want that. I'm going to make different choices now at 52 so I can have a different experience at 80. That's number one. Muscle is the organ of longevity. Yes. Number two is that with that mindset, I was like, I have to go back to lifting with the trainer. I haven't done a good job of doing it on my own. So I hired a trainer. And what I found is I've lost 3 pounds on the scale, which is frustrating. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like it's not fast enough. 3 pounds in 3 weeks. My trainer actually is like, slow it down. Maybe that's a little fast, but my muscle went up, which I thought was really eye-opening. And then you said something else with, a handful of people seem surprised that as they take the GLP-1 activator, they're like, but I'm still hungry. And I think that message that you just said, hunger's good. Prior to the GLP-1 activator, I never felt hungry, right? Because I was overeating, right? So that's number one. As my food noise has gone down and I start eating less, I'm listening to my body. When I'm hungry, I need to feed it. And then I think the other thing is, for a long time, I woke up in the morning and I wasn't hungry, which was a sign of dysfunction. Like my body wasn't functioning. Like hunger's a good sign. But again, like culture's told us we're not supposed to be hungry if we're on a diet.
I know it. It's so, you listen. We got to go back to what is the root cause of everything, right? And we got to go to the root cause, like you want to be healthy, you got to put the muscle on the body. When you have muscle on the body, you will be hungry. You want to be hungry, right? And you want to save every ounce of muscle. You have to ask for the muscle. You have to ask for the muscle. The way you ask for a muscle is you go do a push-up, right? If you try to do, I digress because I'm a trainer. Let's go there for a second.
Yeah, okay.
If you go down to the floor to do a push-up and can do 5 push-ups, your body's not just going to give you enough muscle for 6 push-ups because you've only asked for 5. Enough muscle for 5. Why is it going to just go and give you a bonus muscle for a 6th push-up?
I can tell you're a trainer. You sound like mine.
Right. But when you ask for, you try the 6th push-up and you keep trying the 6th push-up and your body's like, oh, she needs more muscle because she keeps doing this activity she's asking for more muscle. Okay, it's going to give you enough muscle for 6. And then it's only going to give you enough muscle for 6 if you keep doing 6 push-ups. It's not going to give you the bonus 7th muscle or the 7th push-up muscle until you ask for the 7th, right? So that's why you've got to continuously, that's how you build. You ask for the muscle. That's how you do it, right? And then go back to what you were saying before, Joy. The scale, forget about the scale for a second. Come on. You throw a steak into my pool outside, it's going to sink. You throw a cube of butter into the pool, it's going to float. It weighs less, right? It's a different composition. So forget about the scale for a minute. Let's go. Like I was the leanest I ever was with the most muscle on my body. And I was much heavier than most people would think. Mm-hmm. They're like, how much do you weigh? So forget about the scale. Like, forget about that for a minute. But yes, but you want to be hungry. So if you're just totally not hungry all the time, the body, you gotta listen. You got to be quiet enough and just listen if you're hungry. Now, choosing the right food to feed it is a big deal. Mm-hmm. So there's no magic pill here, but choosing the right food to feed it is what's going to get you healthy.
I love you. And thank you for being such a healthy voice in this conversation. Like the world needs more of this. And I'm really excited to bring it to them. We have part of bringing it to them. Okay. Bye, you guys.
Yes, thank you.